So, kind of,
Yeah, we good.
cause kind of,
Um,
who are we? Who?
so I met Thomas. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Who are you? How'd you meet Thomas?
I am Thomas's, as far as I know, most recent ex-girlfriend. Um, he joined my Discord server about a month ago, which was weird because it's a server targeted at teenagers and young adults, and he's in his like early 30s. Um, I think I'd mentioned something about having a bad day, and he started messaging me, asking me if I was all right. Yeah, how old was I? Where was I from? Just like general questions, I guess. He didn't really tell me much about like who he was, other than that he was from Denmark and his first name was Thomas. So I didn't know about the whole like Kittystyle thing until it was accidentally said to me by one of his friends. Um, oh God. This is gonna make me sound like a really bad person, but at the time of initiating a relationship with him, I had just gotten out of a really rough 2-year relationship and engagement. And it was kind of a mix of like desperation, and at the time I was serial dating. I was just kind of, looking for someone to mess around with, I guess. Yeah. And he was really intense really quickly. And by that I mean he was constantly like sending me 7, 8, messages at a time, sending me these long paragraphs about how beautiful I was. Just being really creepy for someone who I'd known a couple days.
But on the rebound, that kind of positive attention can be
Um,
positive. That way.
yeah, and at the time I wasn't really paying attention to the signs. My sister, who I share my Discord server with, and I'm very close to, she knows everything that's going on. Um, she was actually telling me, this guy's a little bit weird. I'm scared. You know, he's being a little bit obsessive, a little bit creepy. Um, yeah. She actually yeah, she actually messaged Thomas and told him that he kind of needed to lay off because she knew that I wasn't looking for anything serious. And he was basically confessing his love for me.
Let me guess, older sister.
Um, which no, she's actually younger than me. Yeah, not by much, but yeah.
I'm gonna back up a bit. So when was this?
I'd say this was all about a month ago because it was right around the time of my 19th birthday.
Okay, okay. So for context, a month ago, as of this recording, would have been November, towards the end of November. By then, I'd already recorded my interview with him. So
Hmm.
yeah, so he was. Oh, he was already a potato by then. He was going under different names and kind of
Yeah.
keeping things down.
Yeah. Right around the time we broke up, he started changing his name to a bunch of weird stuff. I don't know. Like he would change it basically every day.
Mm. Well, I've done that. Whomst amongst us can honestly say they didn't go through a period of time when they changed
Yeah.
their name every day. Um, so, things took a turn.
Yeah.
Could you tell me when things took a turn for, let's say, the darker?
So I had been invited by Thomas to his new streaming Discord server. He had very few people in it, maybe like 20 to 30 total. Um, I didn't know this until really a couple days later that this Discord server was mainly children. One of the people who he claimed was his best friend was a 13-year-old boy who he was trying to set up with another 12, 13-year-old girl in the server, and that's when he and I started getting into arguments. I told him that really wasn't appropriate. Um, with him being 32 years old, his best friend's a 13-year-old boy, that's obviously a red flag. Um, he had told me about a girl in his server who he'd recently had like a fling with, and how she was still sending him inappropriate messages, trying to be intimate with him, things like that. So I ended up messaging her and basically explaining to her that neither me nor Thomas were comfortable with her continuing a relationship with him since he and I were exclusive but not official at that time. And she basically told me that her and Thomas had messaged each other maybe twice, that there was no relationship, there was nothing between them. She barely knew him. Um,
I respect this person's privacy, but this might be somebody I know. Could you give me a hint as to their online handle?
I can go look at my messages with Thomas and look for her name, because I don't remember it off the top of my head.
For now, I guess that's not particularly important. We'll get back to that, but it would just be kind of good to
Yeah,
be able to piece together what happened when, especially if because I know the women
yeah,
he was involved with. Well, not involved with, but was, to be honest, bothering over on the Bitwave side of things. I don't know. I didn't realize he had such an
yeah.
active lifestyle outside. It seemed he was dedicating so much of his. I guess it's obvious because once he got kicked off Bitwave,
Right.
what's he gonna do with those 17, 18 hours a day? But you do have
Yeah.
so yes, do you have like the not evidence, but do you have like screen caps or anything like that involving these essentially
Yeah,
him
absolutely.
talking about him talking about them? I don't want them there because I don't want to not dox but put up a child's internet handle out there. But the conversations exist.
Yeah, I can look for where we got into, yeah, our argument. Was the only thing I could find. I'm gonna go screenshot that. Oh, the girl was named Lori, I believe. Yeah,
If it would have been
yeah.
if that would, because
He
at the
was
time he
making it
was
out to be
bothering
like
my friend
they were in a relationship.
mhm. Yeah, at the time he was bothering my friend GK, who's like my best friend in the world since I was like 13 years old. So it would have been really funny if it all came together that he was playing you off against my childhood friend.
God.
The man is busy,
Um,
so clearly.
yeah. Um, I was also contacted after he and I broke up that he had apparently been seeing other women, or he was still in active in like dating and Discord servers while we were together.
Yeah, because I remember if this was in November, I remember getting leaks of him talking to Sammy very graphically. 'Cause a lot of stuff was coming around at that time.
Yeah. Our relationship was between like maybe November 20th when we were actually like actively seeing each other, maybe the 20th or the 25th in that area.
So, I don't know if you can screen share or just maybe email me those screenshots. We'll take a look at them,
Yeah.
provided they're on the up and up.
Hmm. I'm looking for,
So, you know what? Why don't we take, let's say, 10-minute
yeah, I'm
break?
looking for these specific ones where he and I got into an argument.
Let's take a
All
10
right.
minute break. You find them, send them. I'll take a look at them so I'll actually know what I'm talking about and we'll
Sounds good.
reconvene. Sounds good? Okay. All right. Thank you.